take out anything.
That's amazing. But confidence-wise, did the Jozi Cup give you confidence, or it took away confidence from you?
It gave me lots of confidence.
The women played Renegades, and Renegades women won by 9 wickets. So it was a convincing win. Thank you to Mr. John Olive Wright. He's doing the most. Give a massive shout out to the Lions and the guys that were behind the Jozi Cup: Ruben Manglas, John Olive Wright, Auntie Sharina. Hello there and welcome to a Game On podcast. I'm super excited because we're coming from the Diadora Jozi Cup. Super excited. One, because my boy was part of the Jozi Cup with Randburg and the under 11 won. So first time in the since the inception of the Jozi Cup, Randburg has never won a cup until last weekend. So it was amazing. And speaking of which, you know, when I said that the experience at the Wanderers, I decided to bring this gentleman, and thanks to my wife, the director, that gave us this idea. Alakhe, hi, bud.
Hello.
The man, the winner, and everything. How are you, bud?
I'm good, and you?
Tell me about being at Wanderers for the final. What did that say to you? What did that do to you?
It really changed me. It was very fun to play there. Yeah.
And you're
amazing,
the winner.
eh?
And being the winner, you
Yeah.
slept in your Jozi Cup clothes, bruh.
Yeah.
What is that, bruh?
I was just so excited. I didn't even want to take out anything.
That's amazing. But confidence-wise, did the Jozi Cup give you confidence, or it took away confidence from you?
It gave me lots of confidence. I even saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the friendships that you made, how important was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And Coach
Yeah.
Tapelo, how did Coach Tapelo help you? Because there was a time that I was screaming at you and you were crying, and Coach Tapelo would take you with, what does that mean to you?
He'll comfort me.
Yeah.
And that's really helped me.
Yeah.
Now I'm confident, and now I no more cry.
You don't cry anymore, you're a lad. What would you want to say to Coach Tapelo right now?
Coach Tabella, thank you for helping me in the Jozi Cup, and thank you for letting us win.
Awesome stuff. And what would you be saying to your schoolmates? Because I sent your stuff on the school group, and everyone was saying, well done, Alakhe, well done for what you've done. What would you love to say to your teachers? Teacher Portia, Teacher Ilsa, Teacher Feli. Teacher Feli called you as well. So what would you want to say to them?
Thank you for giving me education and always being there for me and always being kind to me.
Awesome.
Just really appreciate that.
Ah, man, you're a legend. And lastly, to your mom, what would you want to say to mom?
Thank you, Mom, for always coming to my cricket, watching, supporting me, and always making me nice food, hey.
Ah, awesome stuff. And to Sekuru, because Sekuru came from Wheatbank and Boya came from Wheatbank, and you were so excited. Auntie Pam was sending me messages as well. What would you want to say to them?
I just want to say thank you for your support, and I'll make you guys very happy, and you'll see me when I grow up in the Wanderers playing for Lions.
Of course, the power of words, you are going to play for Lions. So thank you so much, and we'll see you again when you guys defend your trophy next year, and you're going to be part of the whole crew and working hard. Have you already started your practice, and what would you want to advise to your guys? Because you started with practice, you started with your fitness, you started with your batting, you've already started with your fielding to prepare for the next tournament. So what would you want to say to your teammates right now?
If you're a pace bowler, you have to run. You can't jog. If you jog, the ball might go for wide or no ball. Mm-hmm. So that's why you always have to be fit, and always with the bat, always hold it hard. And make sure your back foot doesn't go or you'll break your ankle.
Aha! There you have it. So thank you so much. This is some of the experiences that the Jozi Cup has done. And I said as well that for me, for my son, and what confidence it gave to him and what he's trying to achieve with this cricket. And when he says you're going to see me more and I'm going to be playing for the Lions, he's going to be wearing the Lions shirt at the time with Moyo number?
29.
Moyo number 29. You remember that name. Thank you. But that's not the reason why I'm here. I'm not here to support my own team, my own son, but rather to give you a recap on what Jozi Cup was about. For someone that is new to the channel and they don't know what Jozi Cup was about, Jozi Cup started 3 years ago because of Mr. John Olive Wright, who is the CEO of Gauteng Lions, which is Lions what I'm wearing right now. And Diadora is the title sponsor for the Jozi Cup. So basically what Jozi Cup does is make sure that club cricket is incentivized, or so club cricket is given an exception with regards to playing some sort of professional cricket. And in his words when I chatted to him was, we want to try and bridge the gap between club cricket and first class cricket. And in club cricket, that's where we find these players. That's where we find good players or talented players that have slipped through the cracks and they haven't been sent. So let's suppose someone never went to Cockwick under 19 and they're playing for their club and they score the hundreds or they get the wickets or they do something that is exceptional. It is easy for the scouts to identify those kind of players. So it is a way of Gauteng to ensure that club cricket is as important as professional cricket, because we know the professional cricketers, we know the Lions players, we know all the guys that are doing their most in the Protea setup or in professional cricket, but no one knows how to get there. Everyone just sort of thinks, okay, I have to go to a better school, I have to go to a good school, a cricketing school for me to be identified. This is one thing that we're trying to cut away or shy away from, where a player feels like they have to go to a very good school for them to sort of stand out. A player from a nobody, from a non-existent school or a school that doesn't play cricket can still make a name out of themselves if they perform. So scouts were at every single match trying to identify these certain players. Are they strong with their character? Are they strong with their technique? Are they strong with what they're doing, leadership as well? And from there, they're going to be called in, then mentored further, or other opportunities come and arise, they're going to be given these opportunities. So thank you to Mr. John Olive Wright. He's doing the most. I think Lions is one of the best franchises that are run, like everything is squeaky clean. And you can go argue with your mother, but Lions, Gauteng, we are doing the most. So the Jozi Cup, it's a T20 tournament where 20 overs, just like the IPL, if you watch the IPL, just like the T20 Blast in England, just like the PSL, the Pakistan Super League or the Dakar Super League, all these leagues, the Big Bash in Australia, all these leagues are T20 cricket. So when we say T20 cricket, we mean that it is a game that is played over a period of 20 overs. And what is an over? An over consists of 6 balls. So when a bowler, the guy that is throwing, bowls 6 balls, we call that 1 over. So when it's a 20 over competition, then that means all those parts of 6, 6, 6, 6 need to happen 20 times, then that's the end of the game from one side. So basically with the game of cricket, the moment I get 100 runs, and a run is when 2 guys that are wearing those stuff and they hit the ball and they swap, that's a run. Or when they hit the ball and it goes past the boundary on the ground, then it's a 4. If it goes over the boundary, there's a boundary rope. If it goes over that, then it's a 6. So runs. So it's a game of runs. Wickets. Wickets is when you get a guy out. So the guy that is wearing all that stuff, when you get him out, that is called a wicket. So cricket is a game of wickets, balls, runs, and the batsman and the bowler. So the batsman and the bowler are the people. The bowler is the one that throws the ball. The batsman is the one that hits the ball. And when they run and swap ends, because it's 2 people at a time, when they swap ends, that's called a run. So basically what then that means is, as a team in the 20 overs, you need to accumulate as much runs as you can. Then you restrict the other team from getting those runs, because effectively the other team just needs to score 1 run more than you did. Then that's a win. Easy, eh? Easy. That's just the nature of cricket. So Jozi Cup is a 20 over comp that is played by clubs. So it's club cricketers in Gauteng that come together. They enter a team. Then from there you have to be affiliated with Gauteng Cricket. Then from there you come into the final. So starting from the right at the bottom, the under 11s went into the semi-final and they played Randburg played against Old Val, and apparently that was an intense game into the quarterfinal that led into the semi-final, and the semi-final Randburg then played another match, won that to go to the final. The final was against UJ, and a thrilling match that led to Randburg winning the cup. So Randburg under 11s, they won the cup. Then moving on to under 13s, Sandton Tigers played Vets, and Sandton Tigers won that match quite easily. And a special mention to Caleb Labshire, who scored a ton. I think he got 113 or something like that, and it was really, really impressive. But before I get into that, I just want to express my absolute how impressive it felt for the guys to play at the DP World Wanderers Stadium. It's an iconic stadium where all the legends have played. All the cricketing legends that you can think of, your Brian Laras from West Indies, Graham Smith from South Africa, the director of cricket, Mark Boucher, A.B. de Villiers, Dale Steyn, Alan Donalds, Sean Pollock, Lance Klusner. You can name it. Any cricketing legend that you know of has played at the Wanderers, has bowled at the pitch, has fielded at the ground. Amazing, iconic stadium where everything is just intensified. For us as coaches as well, we're there hitting balls for guys, giving them catches, and it was just an amazing experience. I still remember my son saying, "Dad, can we get the home changing room?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure you can." And 10-20 minutes later, Coach Tabelo sends a message and says, "We're using the home changing room." And gosh, he was so happy. So we walk in, and there is a video that I posted on Facebook. Just go in on Facebook and follow me and just look at that, where my son is walking into the changing room, and the amount of statuses of parents that were just walking in with their kids and taking photos. And my wife mentioned that on a video as well on the Spill with the Bins segment, and she spoke about parents being present. And that to me was like, wow, it's so satisfying that she's speaking about something that I was going to speak about as well. So this is inspired by what my wife said. And if you did not watch that, it was yesterday, go on the link above and just click on it. Pause this one, click above, and just watch and just listen to my woman do her thing. You know what? I'm so blessed. Anyway, we're not talking about how beautiful my wife is. Anyway, we're speaking about the experience at the DP World Wanderers Stadium, the iconic stadium. And there is a tunnel. I think for everyone that has been to Wanderers, you know, there is a tunnel where players walk down. And our kids just came out of there running, and then there was fireworks, and you could see they were so excited. I think, you know what, I've got so much goosebumps at the way everything was handled, at the way everything was so organized with this competition. If you did not play this competition, I promise you, do so next year. And if you did not make it to the final, you need to work harder, because it's worth it. It is worth it to play there as the final with the sound system, the PA system, Pendulo doing his thing there, the PA system, and the commentary, and the brass band. Boop, boop, boop. It was so exciting. And we mentioned the same thing again in my wife's video, where when the kids were being given their trophies and whatnot, but there's the big lion mascot in there and taking photos with the kids. The kids were excited. The parents were even more excited. I promise you, I think we've got like probably 30, 40 or 50 photos of the day, and I had to put them in an online drive because they were chowing up my space. But I just want to give a massive shout out to the Lions and the guys that were behind the Jozi Cup, Ruben Manglas, John Olive Wright, Auntie Sharina. It's amazing to see what you've done to these children. And it may look like, oh wow, it was just a tournament because people paid fees for it and that's what they paid for. But it goes bigger and way beyond the fact that it was just a competition. It was an experience. It was the Wanderers experience. Kind of felt like we were tourists going to Lords. And my family and I, it's our bucket list to go to Lords and just look at where cricket started. And now my son played at an iconic stadium. Come on, man. Anyway, let's talk about the recap as well. So going into the finals, the under-14s played Jeppe, and Randburg under 14s played JP in the final, and JP won by 12 runs. So JP lifted the trophy in that regard. Well done to JP. Randburg lost that one. Then going on to the women played Renegades, and Renegades women went on to win that final. Well done to Renegades. The under 18s. We are at the under 18s. Okay, so Randburg women, Randburg was featuring a lot. That just goes to show there is things that are happening at Randburg, and the shift is changing, and you can see more teams are making it. And under 11s are the only team at Randburg to ever lift the Jozi Cup. So well done to the youngsters. The women played Renegades, and Renegades women won by 9 wickets, so it was a convincing win. Then Soweto played Renegades under 16. So Soweto under 16s played Renegades under 16, and Renegades also won by 1 wicket. Very good win for them. Under 18s, Kosa played Renegades again. So well done to Kat and the guys that are at Stein City that are running Renegades. Surely doing something right. They're seeing the amount of teams that are coming into the final and winning it as well. Not only about winning, I said the same thing with our team, with the under 11 team as well, that in as much as, yes, you want to win the Jozi Cup, but to us as parents, it was already a win. The experience and the kids coming together and the relationships that were created because of the game, that to me was a win. So winning against UJ was really a secondary, but the main one was the fact that you were there. The fact that they won the quarterfinal away, the parents, my wife said she couldn't even breathe for a few seconds. I could have lost my wife. Come on. She could not breathe because of the intensity, and I was not there, but I also could not breathe. I was so nervous, and to hear the boys pulled it through, that's just showing a sign of character, not only on the cricket field, but in life as well. So it's good to see Renegades doing the same thing as well. So the under 16, Renegades won by 1 wicket against Soweto. Then Kosa played Renegades under 18. So the under 18 final, this was on the 17th as well. Renegades under 18 Jozi Cup won by 8 wickets. So quite a convincing win. Going on to the seniors, when I think I looked at the score, and Randburg were 143 after 12 overs, and I was like, geez, it's game on here. But old ads came back strong. Top scorer with 113 or 116, I stand to be corrected. It was Warren Shackland. He was hitting the ball far, very, very far. Old ads ended up winning that by 6 wickets. Well done to the senior man, Old ads. They beat Randburg. Then Max Park Green, that's the man open. They played Old ads man, and Old ads man won by 6 wickets. So that was the second final. So that is a wrap of the Jozi Cup for this year. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. I know there were a few grievances as well. I don't think everyone is going to be happy. Yes, there was issues with uniforms and all that, but it's always going to be tough when you're running such a big competition for there not to be grievances. So if you were offended or anything, let us know in the comment section. Not that we're going to do anything about it, but a problem that is offloaded, it's going to be easy for you to look at things differently coming into next year or into the next tournament as well. But overall, I would give the Jozi Cup a solid 7 out of 10. There is going to be issues around umpiring. Everyone is complaining about umpiring. Everyone is complaining about dodgy decisions and all that. So I won't give them an 8. So this year, the Jozi Cup, I'm giving them a 7 out of 10. What do you think in the comment section? Let me know in the comment section. What was your rating? And if you were happy, which parts were you happy with and which parts were you not happy with? For the guys that went on to the final, what was the best part of being at the Wanderers, and what was the experience like? What did you learn from being there? What did it feel like to sit where Rasif van der Dussen sits, where Themba Bavuma sits, where Vian Mulder sits, where A.B. de Villiers used to sit, where Graham Smith used to sit? What did it mean to you sitting there and looking at those photos? Because I'm still looking at those photos. And my wife mentioned something special, and I'm going to go back as well and mention Coach Tapelo. I think Tapelo was he was more than a mentor to my son. honestly. And I still remember a few months ago, he asked me to be his mentor, and I was like, but what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say to you? But him standing up and him showing up to my son when he needed him the most, because as us dads, you tell a kid, I told you to lift your head, and you didn't, then you screwed up. Why are you complaining? Why are you crying? Because that's me as a father. It's like teaching my wife how to drive. I'm going to say, hey, you're stupid, man. I told you it's gear number 1 to gear number 2. Why are you jumping to 3? You understand? But to have Tapelo, that was there, and he was there for every kid, all 14 of them. And the most important part that I really, really appreciated, he took the boys on a Monday to go watch a movie. When they watched the movie Overcomer. And I promise you, that did not only go into the quarterfinal with them, but in their lives. The amount of confidence that Alakhe has right now, maybe because of that movie, because there was a girl that had asthma, and still she was running. And for people that have watched Overcomer, you would understand it's a Christian movie, and it talks about resilience, about pushing further, about pushing against all the odds. And I just want to send a massive shout out to Tapelo. You are very young, bro, but then the amount of responsibility that you're carrying on your shoulders, these kids' lives are on your hands, in your hands, and you led them like madness. That's pure leadership. And I pray that your business just grows. I pray that your career just grows. I pray that that temper, Baba, it goes down. I love you, Boyke. Anyway, thank you so much. If you're here still here for this, however long it was, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Listen to us as well on Apple Play and Apple Podcasts and Google and Spotify. Do your thing. Just listen to our voices as we do what we are doing. As you are liking this, more videos are going to be initiated to you or thrown to you by the algorithm, and as you share it, more people are going to come onto YouTube, and the more people that come onto YouTube, the more the channel is going to grow, because you'll be clicking that subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube channel, just create a channel. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to create content, but it just means that it's going to be easier, or it's going to be possible for you to comment. That's all. That's how we grow, and we need that growth. Thank you so much. See you guys on the other side. Pumza is there just being beautiful and enjoying my voice, and the rest of the crew is not here, but I appreciate the fact that you are here, and you are the most important one. We'll see you guys very, very, very soon. Aya is not here, and I am here, and I love you. Jozi Cup gone, Black Widow coming up, and there's so much cricket coming up. Cheers for now. Ciao.